2021 MCQ question number 2. Read the question carefully before starting the discussion. Well, this question is related with data processing in computers. So why do you use a computer? Or what is it used for? Basically, we use a computer for creating information. For that, we input the data as well as the instructions, and the data will be processed according to our instructions by using the central processing unit. So this processing can be classified in different ways there. One method is the batch processing and the real-time processing. So in computers, sometimes and in some computing systems, there is the need of processing data and outputting the information immediately. For example, within a few milliseconds, the output will be or should be given. There are very critical systems such as the air traffic controlling systems and some radar systems and some patient monitoring systems in intensive care units or ICU ICUs, and there will be some devices such as the pacemakers. So pacemaker is a very small device implanted inside the chest to monitor the functioning of the heart. So they are very critical systems, and bank ATM machines and some air traffic, not road traffic controls systems are there. So these are very critical systems. The output is expected within a very, very short time. So they are the real-time systems. So other type of systems are the batch processing systems. So in batch processing, what happens is data will be collected or input into a system and be stored for a particular period of time, maybe a month or two, or even for a few hours or minutes. Then at a particular time, after collecting some info data, at a particular time, the process will be scheduled, or the process will be, or processing will be started. So examples, let's take some examples such as the payroll systems. So we have to prepare the salaries of the employees in organizations, and the, let's say, overtime work. So the employees will work overtime, let's say 2 hours a day. So that time will be collected into a system, and when the total salary due will be calculated at the end of the month by taking all those OT hours as a batch. So then be processed as a in batch processing. And other examples are the popular examples are the bill processing systems for the electricity used at our homes and the water bills. So we consume electricity throughout the month, but at the time we consume electricity, our bill will not be calculated at that very moment. But the data will be collected and at the end of the month, there will be a menu reader, and he will write down the readings of meter and calculate the bill, and the process will be done as a batch. So that is a manual process here in Sri Lanka, but there will be some real-time processing in calculating the electricity bill in some other countries, but in our country it is calculated as a batch processing. So that is the difference between the real-time processing and batch processing. So we look into the question. So a good example for batch processing, that means there are 4 answers are not related with batch processing. Answer number 1, air traffic control system. We have already discussed that the air traffic control system must be a real-time processing system. That is very, very important, because the processing result should be input into some other systems or monitored by another, let's say, pilot or some other person manually. And however, that the processing should be done real time. And second answer, driving system in a driverless autonomous car. There also the system used in the car should monitor the objects in front of the car and the vehicles moving, the people moving, and the speed of the other vehicles and the speed of this autonomous car and many other type of data will be collected into the system and be processed and output into some other systems in the car itself. So it's a real-time processing. Intensive care unit, ICU patient monitoring care system, we already discussed. And look at answer number 5, nuclear plant controller system. So nuclear reactors are very, very critical systems. It needs the processing to be done real time because a delay may cause very severe effect there. So the real-time processing is a must in such systems there. So there we talk about hard real-time, soft real-time. So in hard real-time, we talk about the failure of the processing will cause failure of the whole system there. And in the soft real processing is the failure of the processing will degrade the quality of the, let's say, the processing. And however, in this question, first, second, third, and fifth answers are related with the real-time processing. And answer number 4, payroll system, that is the preparing of the salaries of the employees of an organization. So that will be done during or just at the end of the month or at a particular date of the month there. Not at every time an employee is working. So it will be done at the end of a particular period. So the correct answer is number 4.